She was married and had 2 sons. But 10 years after the 2 sons had been married, her husband and the 2 sons had died. But that wasn't the only bad thing that was happening in Moab. There was a great famine also. So, in order to survive, she traveled to her old home in Bethlehem. But she was not alone. She was traveling with her daughter-in-law, Ruth. Now, Ruth had never left Moab, so leaving everything behind really meant something. I think it meant that Ruth really cared for Naomi and probably felt safe around her. So Ruth and Naomi set off for Bethlehem. One day in Bethlehem, Ruth was sent to a wheat field to gather some wheat. At the wheat field, there was a man named Boaz. Boaz saw Ruth and was instantly in love. Boaz told his manservants to be extra kind to Ruth and to leave extra wheat for her also. When Ruth went home, she told Naomi what happened at the wheat field. Naomi told Ruth that Boaz was a kinsman redeemer. Naomi wanted Ruth to go to a threshing floor where Boaz would be. She told Ruth that when Boaz is done eating and drinking, to uncover his feet and to lay with him, and that he'll tell her what to do next. So Ruth goes and waits for Boaz to be done. When he is, Ruth uncovers his feet, but as she begins to lay with him, she startles him. Ruth told Boaz that she was his kinsman redeemer. Boaz knew this and said that there was a man that was nearer than he was. Boaz told Ruth to lay with him and that he would go into town the next morning and talk to her. When morning came, Boaz went into town to talk to the man that was nearer than he was. Boaz told the man all this land that he would be getting, but as soon as he mentioned Ruth, he instantly turned it down and told Boaz that if he wanted Ruth, he would have to buy the land, so he did. Because Moab was so bad, Ruth found safety in Bethlehem. She found refuge in Boaz. One of my favorite songs is As the Deer. You know, as the deer thirsts for the water, Lord. But I think it is that we are the deer and God is the water. We need God and we should want to be with God because we can't live without Him. It's like food and water. We can't live without it. That's what the first verse is all about. Not the food and water, but how we should want and need God. When I was little, my parents divorced. So me and my little brother moved from house to house to house to house. When we met our foster parents, we didn't know anything about them, and they didn't know us. So it took a little while until I finally felt like I was at home. But it wasn't until I was adopted that I had found Refuge. Refuge is different for everyone. For a little kid crying, it might be the arms of their mother or father. Or when you're sick, it's your nice warm bed. But you can always find refuge in God. Thank you.